Hi, I'm Mick Edmonds. I'm an Elders insurance agent in Warrnambool. My business is around about 100 kilometre radius. We cater for predominantly farm, a lot of commercial, small businesses and personal lines. The morning of the fire, I received a call from Peter Daly, who was standing in front of his business and supermarket, trying to explain that it was completely ablaze and it was looking like a total loss straight away.
I was at home in Koroit, which is 50 minutes away. I received a phone call at around about 3:30am from the Victoria Police based here in Portland. They said that I'd better get over here. You have a fire at your business and it's a fairly major fire. An electrical fluorescent light fitting caused the fire. It arced in the ceiling cavity and then took hold, unfortunately, above a section that contained aerosols and solvents, and essentially within 3 hours the store was pretty much destroyed. I was picturing, maybe we could be out of action for a couple of weeks, but once we were shown internally, I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Looking around at my staff, thinking what's going to happen, and
immediately I thought about their policy and whether or not that was adequate and the scope of cover was going to be appropriate. And knowing the guys and knowing the reviews that we've done regularly, I was pretty comfortable straight away. So we got into the swing of things and appointing loss adjusters and assessors and getting the process underway. Knowing that Portland's a small town, the supermarket probably employs 80 to 100 people, so the community impact was going to be great, and those guys were aware of that too, the insured.
We're able to, with the cover that we had, keep a number of staff on, call it a skeleton staff or call it the A-team, whatever you like. It's important that when your business is ready to go again, that you've got those key people ready to go.
Luckily enough, their policy was well catered for under a business interruption. The gross profit was well insured, which included wages. So within 3 or 4 days, we had an emergency payment into their bank account of a significant amount, and that made sure that staff wages were looked after, creditors and suppliers were looked after, lease repayments and mortgages were looked after, even though the business wasn't generating any income.
I always have and will continue to review our insurance every 2 years. Have a less of a review every 12 months, but look at it every 2 years and look at the current building regulations and also the current average building cost per square metre, not just in general but specifically for supermarkets, because a supermarket isn't like a warehouse with an office in one corner. A supermarket is full of equipment and technology, and usually on a store this size upwards of $1 million worth of stock. So it's crucial to review your insurance, your rebuilding levels, your business interruption and your contents, because costs are going up all the time, and it's crucial that your insurance reflect that in the cover that you take out. With relation to the rebuild, Elders have been fantastic. Within 24 hours, a major assessor had been appointed and a meeting was held 36 hours after the fire. There's been no pressure. They've made us feel very comfortable. As I said, they've certainly put our mind at rest, and there's been the ability for us to have input into certain contractors. In a small rural city like Portland of 10,000 people, we want to use as many local trades as we can.
Look, we're in a competitive market, and I understand that. It's a very competitive industry, but what we can offer that the others can't is that real local face-to-face. We have the ability to be able to sit across the table or in the boardroom or out in the dairy or the wool shed, talk to clients, understand what they need, see their risk, advise, make recommendations. When they step back into our office, we can process their queries or their claims. We can authorise them. I think probably business is moving away from that to their detriment, and we're going the other way.
Myself and my brother have had the reins of our family business for 30 years, and during those 30 years there's been good times and bad. But one thing that we've never skimped on, if we're looking to cut costs, insurance will always be one of the last things that we'll look at.
When I'm talking to clients, I try to get them to visualise what would happen once the fire trucks leave. They're standing there, as Peter Daly was, looking at his business burning to the ground. Now, what does that mean to his business? And this is where the business interruption kicks in straight away. And there's no better example and result than within 3 days we had some money in his bank account, and he could at least put some stress at bay.